Okay, so in this question we have a table that resume the number of fires. All right, that's how many fires happen over the years, and the number of acres burnt, which is going to be the y. All right, so the x will be the independent, the y will be the dependent variable, and they give you already the coefficient of correlation, so you don't have to calculate it. All right, so and this 10u is equal to 1, so we know if it is a coefficient of correlation equals to 1, this is a perfect correlation. It means there is a perfect relationship between the x and the y, and I don't even need to go and look for the table whether it's accept or reject, because you cannot beat it, right? So 1 is the maximum. Anyways, so how can I use the table? Just in case you have a different r, you're gonna go to the table, and the table that we're going to be using is the PPMC, all right, which is table I. All right, so I can click on the menu here and go to I and J, and this is the table that I'm looking for. All right, so this is the table I that I'm looking for. Now, if I have a different value of the R, what I want to do is I want to look for degree of freedom. Remember, we have 7 entries, right? So we have 7 points basically. So 7 minus 2, that will give you 5. So I'm supposed to look for 5, and 0.05, that's the level of significance. Alpha equals 0.05. And then what's going to happen is it's going to be 0.754. So if the R is bigger, the absolute value of R is bigger than this value, which is 0.754, then you reject the hypothesis H0. It means that you have a regression line, all right, and you can model it. Okay, so yes, so the question here, the regression should be done. All right, now they are asking you what the A and the B. So in order to get the A and B, I need to enter this information into the calculator. So first of all, what I will suggest you, this is my previous question. So what I will suggest you always to clear the memory is go to second and plus, and you're gonna give you a menu. So you're gonna go to clear all lists. So you get rid of the previous data. Now, if I go to statistics and edit, I will have a clean table. All right. So for the L1, I'm going to enter the value of the x's, which is 58 and on. All right. And for the value of L2, I'm going to enter the number of acres, which is 54 and so forth. Right. So I'm going to put the video here and get back to you whenever I enter all the data. Okay, so I finished entering all the numbers into the table. So I just want to make sure that you know how you get the scatter plot on the calculator. So if you want to get the scatter plot here, you're going to go to second and start plot here. So you're going to go here, and for 1 I'm going to enter, and make sure it is on. So you want to turn it on, and once you are on, you want to go to the menu and select what kind of chart you want, and you want scatter plot, so this has to be selected. All right, so once it's selected, it's done. So I'm going to go to the graph, and then after the graph you want to do the zoom in. So whenever you do the zoom, all right, the zoom, you have to go all the way to number line. All right, number 9, zoom start, right? So once you do the zoom start, you can see the scatter plot that you're looking for. And as you can notice here, there is a kind of line, right? So they are all on the spot on the same line. So yes, we can do a linear regression. So now how can I get the variable of the linear regression? Do you remember we were in stat? All right, so you want to go to calculate. All right, calc here, and then you're going to go to number 4, linear regression, ax plus b. You enter, and you're going to insert L1 in x. You're going to insert L2 in y's. Skip the frequencies, and here this is really important again. So you want to put it into the memory of the calculator. So you want to store it, and the way to do it is to click on vars, and then go to the y vars, and then select functions, and then go to y1 and insert it. So I'm calling the function y1, and then I'm gonna go to calculate, enter, and here you go. So I get ax plus b. The a gonna be 1. That's actually backward for you, right? So the a is the slope, so the bx is 1 here. All right, and the b for me is -4, so that's the y-intercept, so that's going to be the value of the a. All right, so it can be -4, and that's basically it. Now what I'm going to do, I want to calculate what will be the value for x equals to 55. As you notice here, there is none of them is x55. So how can I do this one? So let's clear this. You go to the vars again, and y vars, and function, enter, and you're gonna enter y1. And after y1, you're gonna open the parentheses, you're gonna put in at 5, 5, close the parentheses. So this you're gonna plug in the 55 into the x right away, and enter, and this is gonna be 51. So I'm just going to do 51. Okay, that's all. You don't really need to change the unit. That's perfectly fine. All right. I hope this helped.